There are some additional Roam mechanics that it's useful to understand before moving forward with some more advanced things. First of all, there's the left sidebar. Talked about the right sidebar in a previous video. The left sidebar can be accessed with this menu over here. You see that little in the upper left-hand corner that will bring that out. It will, if you hover over it, will bring it out for temporary use. If you click it, it will bring it out and keep it out. You can also use Control or Command backslash, / for the right sidebar, backslash for the left sidebar will bring it out. Okay. Now to note about the left sidebar, you have a little menu at the top here. You have daily notes, and that will take you to your current daily notes page, meaning the today page. And well, there's a slight distinction there, but that's close. That's good enough for now. You have your graph overview. When you click on this, you get a graphical layout of the relationships between the pages in your graph. I never use this. I think that down the road there will be more reason to use it because it will be a little bit more functional and easier to navigate around in. But if you want to see a graphical overlay or representation of the relationships in your graph, it is there. And then there's the All Pages page. All Pages is just a list of every page you have in your graph. You can sort by the page title, by the number of words on an individual page. You can sort by when it was created, when it was last updated. Again, this is another page I rarely use because I have dashboards and stuff built up within my Roam and templates that I use that move me around. I don't need to go to All Pages to do anything like that. And in fact, I find All Pages to be a rather relentlessly sort of just list, a relentless list of things. And I don't really have any reason to be on a relentless long list. Also, if you'll notice, if you have other graphs, I'm not going to do it right now because I have a lot of different other graphs here that I'm connected to. But if we were to click this little down caret here, you would have the option to moving to other graphs that you use. Down here you have shortcuts, and right now you notice there's nothing in shortcuts. You add things to shortcuts in the 3-dot menu up here. So if I click this 3-dot menu, you'll notice Add to Shortcuts is an option. If I click Add to Shortcuts, I'm going to have a link here that's going to pin the page that this block is on to that shortcuts page. And then I can just click it and I will go directly to that page. You can do that for any page. You can add it to the shortcuts. And you can remove it to the shortcuts the same way from the 3-dot menu. So that's useful if you have, sort of a dashboard that you want to use, or there are specific pages that you want to be able to get to easily. In my personal graph, I have my inbox, my projects page, a few things like that over there. I honestly don't use it much because, again, with the templates and the workflows that I have, everything kind of happens naturally. I don't have to jump out and click things in the left sidebar, but you certainly can. There's nothing wrong with it. Another mechanic of Roam. Up here, you'll notice there is a green dot. Now, it says it's offline because I'm using one of my offline graphs. Normally, it would say online there. But when things are synced perfectly, you're going to have that green dot up there, and there are no changes to be done. If I were on one of my online graphs, when I make changes, it would turn yellow. And while it is syncing, it will stay yellow, and you can hover over it and you can see it'll track down the number of changes that it's making and bring them down to, until it gets to 0, at which point it will turn back to green. Yellow, just means it's working, and usually it doesn't stay yellow very long. If there is an issue, if for some reason Roam isn't syncing, this will turn kind of a deep red, almost kind of a burgundy, and you'll have a note up here telling you that stuff isn't syncing. That's important because if that's happening, you want to take special care that you don't lose data. That means that the information you have is not going through to Roam's servers at the moment. And maybe your internet's out, or maybe there's some kind of issue where Roam's having an issue. All your stuff will be saved locally in your browser, but it's not going to be available if you go to a different device or something. It's not going to be available there until it has gotten back and it can sync. What that means is you can have some cross relationships of things, and which could potentially lead to data loss if you're not aware that you've had that. Doesn't happen often, but you need to know about it. The green dot lets you know when things are safe. Roam Help is up here in the upper. So you have this question mark here. That's Roam Help, and you can click on that and you can search all the functionality. So, if there's something I don't mention in this course, which I'm sure there'll be lots of things I don't mention in this course, but you can just search for it here, and you'll learn how you can make it work and how you can make it function. Since I'm looking up here, notice this little thing right here, Roam 42, that is not native Roam. So you can ignore that. I'm not going to talk about it in this course, but just so you wonder, hey, RJ's got a thing up there that I don't have. That's the thing. It's the Roam 42, and that's an extension that's loaded in. There is one other thing up here. You can adjust the width of the width of the main screen. You can small or medium or full, where it'll kind of change where that is. On most of my screens, I just leave it at small. Sometimes if I need more space, I'll move that out. And then last here, I want to talk about the command palette. You can hit Control or Command P, and that will bring up some commands. You can open your settings from there. Of course, you can also open the settings from the three-dot menu. But one in particular that I wanted to point out for you is that you can set up automatic backups. So you can, as with most things in Roam, you can start just typing up here and it'll find it. But scheduling the automatic backups can be kind of a critical thing to do. You can set it up to backup every day or backup every hour. I suggest that you do it in the EDN format. I think this is, in fact, auto backups all automatically use the EDN, but if you want to do an individual export backup, you can choose Markdown, JSON, or EDN files. The automatic backups, it will ask you once you've clicked on it, where to store it. Though I think now it may actually, if you're using the Roam program or the Roam application for Windows or for Mac, it will create a folder automatically and store the backup there. Regardless, it's a good habit to get into, having those automatic backups being made, so that can be happening in the background, and then you don't need to be worrying about any particular data loss. This is every day because this is a graph that is just a sandbox graph for me. My personal graph backs up every hour. So I make sure that I'm never going to lose more than, a few minutes of work if something happens. To be clear, nothing ever has. I've never lost any data in Roam. There were some things, about 18 months ago or so where in the early stages, some folks lost some data and they had to update the servers and so forth. I've not had that problem, but still having the automatic backup is good. Is a good mind calmer. You don't have to be worried that things are going to disappear. So that's the command palette. So this is just a few of these Roam functions here. The left sidebar, the green and yellow and red dot, how you can use Roam help, and how you can set up automatic backups there in the command palette. If this video helped you, click subscribe. And check out my Roam courses as well. I have the Roaman Way, which is a free course to help you learn the fundamentals of Roam research. I have AP Productivity, which is my flagship Roam course. It is an 8-week live cohort course to help you get important work done in Roam research. I have Powerful Task Management in Roam research, which helps you build a GTD-style setup for task management in Roam. And I have Your Road to Roam, which I'm actually updating in November or December of 2021. And it is a deeper dive than the free course, The Roaman Way. It has live masterclasses, Q&A sessions, additional instruction about Roam extensions, especially Smart Blocks and Roam 42, which you can get from roamjs.com. And there's a community forum for discussion of new Roam features or help with your workflows. Roam Research is an amazing tool, and I want to help you make the most of it in your life and work.